Well, I did promise this video a long time ago, well, 2-3 days ago when I did make my Gauss video. So anyways, welcome to my video on why everyone hates Magnum users. This video is going to cover everything in detail on my opinion and the general consensus of why Magnum's really hated. Now, my personal experience that since I don't equip protection against it, it does get pretty annoying. And also the inconsistency with Magnum, especially with Destroyer, the fact that it could one-tap you even though the guy missed by like 5 feet, and it simply doesn't make any sense. I think another reason I really hate Magnum is the sheer lack of skill that it takes to kill an enemy. Like, you could be sitting across the map and you can control the map, well, control in quotations, and kill anyone from anywhere. Now, what's a lot more annoying is that it's not exactly consistent. Sometimes they do like 9,000 damage for some reason, and sometimes they do close to nothing. Sometimes the damage doesn't even like register, which is crazy. Now, moving on to the general consensus of why Magnum is annoying versus the annoying splash damage. Magnum's splash damage isn't the most consistent thing when it comes to dealing damage overall. There's many times when I was recording for Magnum and I would hit a shot like a few centimeters off the main target and I'd still do like only 760 damage. Like, that makes total no sense. And sometimes even direct shots do only 1260, while if another person or the enemy was using the same exact augment, they would one-hit kill me. The second reason I feel like Magnum users are super overly hated is because, well, if you camp at a high ground. Now, I've seen a lot of players, like pro players, use Hopper and they use their OD to land on top of a building. And the only way to shoot them down is through either using Gauss, Railgun, or Shaft. Any sort of like hammer augment or twins, you can't actually get to them, which make them super annoying. And you have to also keep in fact that you're going to have to deal with this same Magnum the entire game. Which brings me to my next part, which is it's unfair to fight and boring to watch, basically. Getting constantly bombarded with shots with no chance of fighting back gets super annoying, especially if every long map or short map, to be honest, has one of those players. I think the third reason Magnum players are super annoying is that it completely removes the objective to cap a flag or control points. Now let's give you an example. There are 3 Magnums camping in CTF. They all have miner, and the only way you can grab their flag is by somehow being able to get through their mines, somehow miss all their shots that they do shoot at you, which is 3 with a high splash damage, and then get your way back to the enemy, well, your own base without getting shot from other enemies as well. So many games has it happened where someone, or actually my group, when I'm grouping with my clanmates, where there's 3 Magnums with miners and all they're doing is camping. There's literally no use to them. And at the end, it's all a draw. It's a 0-0 after 15 minutes of wasting supplies and wasting time and energy for something that was pointless to begin with. I think the final reason why Magnum's super annoying as well is that you can't exactly dodge their shots because most pro Magnum players pre-shoot, so the angle of arc gets to you by the time you get to that area. I don't know if that's supposed to make sense or not, but you get what I mean. Anytime anyone uses Magnum, they pre-fire or they pre-aim and project where the enemy is possibly going to be, which makes it super annoying to deal with. Also, on a side note, how come every time I try using Magnum, I can't get any kills? Or if I do hit anyone with any sort of shot, it's like I hit them with a tissue paper. But then every time I get hit, it's like I just got railed by the biggest black BBC known to man. Someone please explain this to me. Anyways, that basically wraps up my video on why everyone hates Magnum and why I hate Magnum players in general. Now, if you're a friend of mine and you use Magnum, go jump off a building in-game. The funny thing is, I can master any single turret if you gave me time, but for Magnum, it's basically impossible. And that wraps up my video. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys all in another one. Peace.